All right, now, everybody, quiet, listen to me. We're going to start a show.
You're listening to the Ink and Paint Club Podcast, your weekly animation discussion show. You can find episodes every week on the show's YouTube page, and if you like the show, subscribe and share it with your friends. Because that would be pretty rad.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Ink and Paint Club Podcast. My name is JD, I am your host, and that is Kyle. He's my best bro.
I'm just sitting over here drawing.
Right over there. Right all the way over there.
I'm waving at you guys.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, so I hope everyone had a good Easter, because we're recording this on Easter. Well, it's not Easter where I am, but it's Easter where Kyle is.
It's still Easter for 2 hours.
Right. And if you're like me, I hope some of you had a nice relaxing 3-day weekend if you got Good Friday off, which I did for some reason. And speaking of relaxing, I suggested that Kyle and I relax this week and take it easy with our show topic, and figured we'd do another installment of What We're Watching, where we just kind of talk about what TV shows we've been keeping up with
Where the
as
points
of
don't
late.
matter.
Exactly. Everything's made up, the points don't matter.
There we go.
Kyle, why did you send me an autographed picture of Drew Carey?
I thought it would be hilarious. You're
I
still
will-
talking about it. It's a
It
good
is, and it's all-
conversation piece.
It's in a box in my closet. I should post a picture of that to the group, to the Facebook page, just so people know it's real.
And he's doing the rock. Isn't that the rock pose where he's
I have
like,
no-
can
I
you hear
have-
what the rock is cooking?
I have no idea.
Uh,
Anyway, so yeah, Kyle and I are gonna go back and forth and talk about the animated TV shows that we've been watching as of late. And Kyle, what have you been watching lately?
I've been watching a lot of shit, I'll tell you what.
Is that a good shit or bad
no.
shit?
Oh, a lot of good shit, I guess.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know if you want me to list them off. Was watching Darkwing Duck. I was watching Rick and Morty, Rescue Rangers. I watched a bit of Bonkers. Basically everything Disney Afternoon.
Yeah, okay, so Kyle, why have you been watching the Disney Afternoon? You told me you were, like, watching Goof Troop and all that stuff. Why have you been watching Disney Afternoon stuff?
Well, it's not because of Capcom's thing. I can honestly say it's not because of that fucking game thing, but
Alright.
I don't know. I liked those shows back in the day. Just wanted to relive it. Wanted to relive my childhood, since
Yeah.
adulthood is crushingly depressing.
It's bleak and full of misery.
I was asked today what kind of house I would like to live in. I said a coffin underground.
Jesus. So have you... Okay, so I'm sure I've told you a million times. I don't know how many times the viewers have heard it, the listeners or whatever, but I didn't watch the Disney Afternoon as a kid because I didn't have the Disney Channel till like 2001 or something.
Jesus Christ.
So I've never watched Darkwing Duck or Goof Troop or Rescue Rangers or Bonkers or any of those shows. I've watched like 2 episodes of DuckTales and the movie they made. That's literally my entire knowledge of the Disney Afternoon.
I used to watch that movie every fucking day.
And then you
Love
gave
that
me
shit.
and Melanie a bootleg DVD.
Well, yeah.
It's great. So yeah, I have no like nostalgia for like any of these shows. I kind of have some nostalgia for DuckTales, if only because I owned the Game Boy game back in the day.
I didn't own any of those games.
Yeah. That was the only one I own, though. I didn't own like any of the others. But have you like noticed anything new, or like what's been your experience like reliving these shows?
Well, since me and you are working on stuff,
A thing.
special stuff, I wanted to
Super
see
secret.
how Darkwing Duck played out, because that's basically what I'm kind of working on. Just a cartoony superhero show, and kind of seeing how everything works and whatever. So I kind of wanted to see that, but I remember liking it as a kid. I had toys and shit. It was pretty fun. And then I just bought the whole show Bible, so I do like the
Yeah.
show.
Tell people about that, because that was kind of cool.
Oh, yeah, I bought the show Bible on eBay.
To Darkwing.
And, yeah, and it looks like a case file, and then it has like what the show's about and all this kind of stuff, and it was kind of cool. It had like poses and art, and like the creator signed it and different things. It was weird though, because a lot of the episodes and stuff like that, I don't think any of those made it. And then some characters, it was like, that definitely wasn't in there. So that was kind of cool.
Interesting. So, which of the Disney afternoon shows would you say was your favorite?
So I really liked DuckTales and Darkwing Duck and Goof Troop. Those were like my favorites. I never really liked the Rescue Rangers. Like I never really liked that show, but I found a download for all the HD episodes, or the episodes in like 1080 HD.
Yeah.
Started watching them. They're like okay, still not like really into it. It's just like fucking human-sized people, and then they're like, oh man, those rodents thwarted me again. It's just like, really? Just shit like that, where it kind of bothers me, but I don't know. Never really a fan. It's okay. And then I am not a fan of Bonkers, like, at all. I
No?
really don't like it. I love the game for Super Nintendo, but that's about it.
What about Tailspin?
Tailspin I haven't watched too much, but I don't remember liking it all that well, and I still kind of don't like it all that well.
I still want to know, like, what Disney's rationale behind was like, hey, let's take all the characters from the Jungle Book, but they're gonna fly planes.
You don't know about that stuff?
I don't. Again, I never watched these shows as a kid, so
Okay, I'm gonna drop some knowledge on you, bro.
please do. Drop
I'm
it.
gonna
Drop it like it's hot.
I'm gonna drop it like an anvil on your head.
Oh man.
Anyways, so with DuckTales and everything, Launchpad was like a fan favorite character from what I've read. A lot of people
Yeah.
like Launchpad because he's silly, whatever. So when they were thinking of Darkwing Duck, they were going to make the show about Launchpad. It was going to be Double O Duck or something like that. He was going to be a secret agent working undercover, all that kind of stuff. And then as they're developing the show, they pretty much just like made it into Darkwing Duck. And then they just made
Okay.
him, yeah, they just made him like, oh, he's sidekick now. So then they tried it again with Tailspin, and that's why he's like basically driving that plane again.
Mm-hmm.
So they were like, oh, we're gonna give Launchpad another chance, and it was gonna be Tailspin, from what I read, and then that didn't work out either. But a lot of the Disney afternoon stuff, they wanted to like use characters that already existed. That's why you have like it doesn't work with Darkwing Duck. The only character that existed was Launchpad. But with Chip and Dale, they already existed for a while, you know. Tailspin, they already existed. Scrooge had been a thing in certain cartoons, like shorts and fucking... You know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then Jungle Book, they existed and stuff. So they kind of wanted to do that. So it's kind of cool.
But that doesn't answer my question of like, why Jungle Book?
Oh, I don't fucking know. Just like work that way? I don't know.
I guess.
But I know that Bonkers was supposed to be Roger Rabbit, and I think they couldn't get the rights for him because Roger Rabbit is actually owned by a dude, and he has like 2 books out.
Yeah.
With Roger Rabbit, but I guess it didn't work out, and they had to make their own thing. The thing I don't like about I love Roger Rabbit. The thing I don't like about Bonkers is they're like, oh, well, it's toons, and they're living in a human world and stuff, but then the humans look cartoony.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, it doesn't, to me it doesn't work right, because they still look cartoony. There's not that much of a difference showing the toons and the humans as much as the movie did. Movie, there's a fucking stark contrast. But like the main cop, he's super fat and he's got little legs, and that's very cartoony in design. So it's hard to differentiate them.
I feel like a lot of projects that want to do like the whole cartoon characters living in a human world, like if you're making the whole thing animated, like it's sometimes difficult to like, unless you explicitly say up front that like, hey, the cartoons are from like a different world and they exist in the human world now. It's like kind of just weird.
It's kind of why I liked the concept of Kappa Mikey, but I didn't like the execution of it. But it was like, oh, it's a cartoon from America, and he moved into Japan, and he lives with anime characters. Like, that's silly. I fucking like that idea.
I think if it was better animated, it probably would have been better.
Yeah.
Not just done really, really early Flash.
But see, that's a contrast. You can be like, oh, well, they look anime, and this guy looks like a Flash cartoon dude. So.
Yeah. But they were all done in Flash.
Yeah. I didn't really like Bonkers all too well, and then I didn't like, because it was basically Jim Cummings talking to himself the entire time. But I did like Goof Troop. One of my favorites. It was just a stupid sitcom. Goofy and Pete.
We should review the Goofy movie sometime.
I love the Goofy movie. This is one of my favorites.
I didn't realize till like I saw the Goofy movie when I was a kid, and I didn't realize till years later that it's basically a sequel to Goof Troop.
Apparently they're not connected. That's why I think it came out at the same time Goof Troop was something like that. I don't fucking know, but they're not really all that connected. That's why his wife isn't in it.
Yeah,
'cause I've seen people ask like, well, what happened? Is it divorce? All this, but I guess they weren't really out at the same time.
Weird. Fuck me then.
But yeah, I like Disney stuff. If you want to buy the DVDs or find them any other way, go for it. They're great shit. They're not like cartoons these days.
Nope. So are you excited about the Disney Afternoon collection that these people are putting out for the all the old NES games?
Well, now that I have a PS4, hell yeah. I bought a PS4 yesterday, just so the viewers know. But now that I can play that, yeah.
You sold the first one and bought a new one just so you can play ukulele.
Yeah, you know. That's not only it, man. Crash Bandicoot's coming out, and I'm gonna play the shit out of that when it comes out.
That sounds pretty rad.
I don't understand why that's like a PlayStation exclusive, because...
What, Crash?
Yeah, because his older games were on like every system. Xbox, Game Boy, all this stuff.
After like 3, I think that's when they went multi-platform.
Yeah.
But I think they're trying to bring Crash back to be like a PlayStation mascot.
Yeah, not many.
Then we gotta get Spyro back.
From Skylanders. That'll never happen.
Right. So yeah.
Let's talk about you.
Right. So I've been watching Star Wars Rebels again. When I say again, I never stopped watching it, but season 3 just wrapped up last week or the week before. I don't know. I kind of lose track of time. And yeah, Rebels is still really good. I'm kind of in the camp of, I'm not like a big Star Wars fan. Like, I will go watch a Star Wars movie, or I'll sit down and watch Star Wars on occasion, and like, yeah, that's cool, but like, I'm not heavy into the lore or anything, or whatever. But I'm kind of in the camp of Star Wars people where, like, I'm kind of over watching Jedis do stuff. Like, I am, like, Rogue One as a concept was much more interesting to me than, like, another mainline Star Wars movie, just because, like, I like watching the Rebels just do shit, which is all the Rebels TV show is. But no, it was cool, because a lot of characters got a lot of new development this season. The one character, Sabine, got a black lightsaber, basically.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a lightsaber, except it's black. It's black light. It's weird. I don't know.
Sounds like something you can pick up at Spencer's.
Probably.
Go to the Galactic Mall.
Yeah. Yeah, and they had a new bad guy, and he's, like, really fucking creepy.
Is his name, like, something stupid?
His name's Thrawn.
Dark bad guy.
Dark bad guy. No, he's just creepy.
Like
yeah, he's just creepy because he always talks in a really, like, chilled out, mellow voice, but he's, like, really fucking evil. So it's weird, but no, Rebels is really good this season. I think it's, really picking up, each season, kind of pushing the story along. And I watched the trailer for the next season that's going to be airing in the fall, and it's making it sound like that's going to be the last season, like the way the voiceover is going it. So I don't know how long the show's supposed to go on. But I'm enjoying it so far.
Ever since Disney Infinity got canceled.
Right.
Probably like, alright, we're done with this show.
Aw.
Well, you posted that thing about animated whatever shits.
What
that
now?
A show?
Oh,
yeah.
Right. Yeah, Star Wars just announced that they're doing a series of web shorts. Basically, they're really emphasizing the female characters, that they'll be doing like these little shorts on, they'll put them up online that are just focusing on like a single character per episode, and they're just doing these little short things. I think there'll be guys in it, because I think they were showing off like the dolls that are supposed to go with it, and they've got some of the guy characters, but no, it looks interesting. The art style's okay. It's, pretty standard.
Buy our toys.
Basically. But no, it's I think it's called Forces of Destiny or whatever the hell it's called. But it looks kind of cool because they're like going all over the timeline. So they'll be in the prequel stuff, or they'll have the Rebels characters. They'll be in the Clone Wars or the new movies and stuff. So it looks kind of cool. I might check that out when it comes out, whenever that is. But yeah, Rebels is still really good. I had a good time this season. Can't wait till season 4 starts up in the fall.
Oh, what else are you watching?
For reasons that I don't really remember, because I think I had a reason at first, but I've been watching a lot of One Piece. I just turned on an episode one day, and I'm about 2.5 weeks later, and I'm like 60 episodes into the show.
Has Frankie come out yet?
I don't think Frankie comes up for a long time.
Oh, I
Like
Frankie.
they have their main characters, like the main 5, yes. But no, they haven't found the reindeer or the multi-armed lady.
Chopper or Robin? I don't
yeah,
even
there
watch
you
the show. I just know these people.
Good job. No, so I think they're at the point right. Last time I watched an episode, they were trying to help a dragon or something. It's probably a filler episode or something.
It's a
going on
beach
for, like-
episode.
Jeez. Now, like, the thing with I've been noticing that, like, it didn't seem like One Piece has a lot of fillers because they'll, like, spend multiple episodes on one plot. They'll spend, like, a good 6 or 7 episodes just on one thing. But it seems like, at least the way this show is structured so far, it's like, okay, this one arc, this one few episode arc is going to be around this one bad guy. We're going to fight this bad guy. We move on, and then there's another bad guy, and then there's another one. Because I think so far, they've fought in, like, at least 4 or 5 bad guys within the span of 60 episodes. So it just kind of goes like that, but I don't know. I kind of like it just because I like these dumb adventure shows where it's just this ragtag group of people just doing dumb stuff. Like, that's why I liked watching Fairy Tail, which I need to go back and watch more of because I forgot I was watching that. No, and like I know I'm like super late to the party, and they're like there's 700 or 800 episodes of One Piece now, and I will never get to the end. But it's something fun. Just like before bed, I'll just watch an episode or two, and I don't know. It's a dumb adventure show, and I like it.
I've never watched it, but I feel like I would be into it.
I think you would like One Piece just because it's like I said, it's just a dumb adventure show. It doesn't take anything seriously.
Oh, I like the character design in it. It's really cartoony and stuff. It seems like it would be right up my alley, but I haven't actually watched it.
Yeah,
I
you're
do
right.
know all the characters.
Yeah, I think that is kind of why I like it because it's not like a very stock anime kind of style. It is a little more exaggerated, a lot like kind of more Western a little bit, and everyone is really tall and lanky for some reason. Like everybody is. It's weird.
It is not off-putting though.
No, it has a nice art style. I like it. I will lay to rest anyone's fears that yes, I am watching the Funimation dub, not the 4Kids dub, because I don't hate myself nearly enough. I will say my one complaint with the show. Well, there's two complaints. One, I really don't like Luffy's voice because he screams all the time.
It's like any Cartoon Network animation.
Basically, like his voice is just very shouty, and like I get that's probably what his character is supposed to be, but just the person they got for the English dub is just like, it kind of reminds me of Naruto in the sense that they scream all the time.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And the other thing I don't like, and I hope that is a thing that they fix soon, is instead of either making a completely new English theme song or just leaving the Japanese theme song on there, they made an almost direct translation English dub of the Japanese theme song. So like the lyrics don't make any sense in English and it doesn't rhyme most of the time.
Is it really awful?
It kind of is.
I'll take that over rap any day, though.
Oh, like, it's miles better than the 4Kids theme song. I'll give it that much, but it's like, I want them to just leave the Japanese thing on there. It's fine. I don't care. I don't need to listen to these English people try to sing a direct translation of a Japanese song.
Some of the ones in One Piece, or not One Piece, Fairy Tail, were catchy as fuck.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, that's the thing, is like, the songs themselves are catchy, and I like the songs. It's just I really wish they would have been left in their original language rather than the English people try to suss out what it's supposed to be. Because it's very obviously that they like very much directly translated the Japanese and are singing that. So it's like sometimes the words don't fit in the space of the song. so they'll have to rush through a word to make it sure it fits the beat. So it's strange. So I'm hoping at some point they just go back to having the Japanese music, because that would be cool. Fix that. One Piece, even though I'm watching a show that's probably 10 years old, if not more.
Probably more.
Well, I think One Piece. I looked this up. One Piece. I think that the manga came out in 1999, and it's still going. And it's still going. And I think the anime came out like a year or two after that. So,
if I was making One Piece money, I would do the same shit.
Yeah, I mean, why not? When you got a show that has close to 800 episodes, if not more, then I mean, it's still going.
Well, they always have like fucking Simpsons thing, and they're up to 600 episodes, and they fucking marathon that shit. Why don't you do that? Break a world record. Watch the entire One Piece show.
Christ, I think I'd die.
Take a whole fucking vacation.
Yeah.
3-month vacation.
Yeah. I think a lot of Toonami fans were sad because I think they, like, a couple weeks ago, they actually took One Piece off there for, like, the first time in a long time. Like, I don't know if they lost the rights to it, or I think they said it wasn't doing well because it was, like, on a really late at night, but they replaced it with something else. So I think a lot of people were sad about that. So, sorry, people. So what else have you been watching, Kyle?
I started watching Rick and Morty again.
Like, from the beginning?
Yeah. I like it. 4chan keeps making fun of it, that it's like Reddit level, and I can see where they're coming from.
In what sense?
Because they attribute Reddit to being like normie stuff, which I've heard people in real life, IRL for you internet nerds, but I've heard a lot of people in real life going, "Oh my god, this show is so funny, Szechuan sauce," and like, yeah, it can be annoying, and normies can be annoying, but I like it. It's silly, stupid sci-fi shit, and sometimes they'll do something cliche, and then they'll like go off the rails, and I kind of like it for that. It's like a reason why I like Futurama. It's just like stupid sci-fi shit. It's fun.
Yeah. I think if I can give Rick and Morty credit for anything, is that, like, I do appreciate that they will use, like, cliche, like, sci-fi tropes, but they'll come at it from a different angle they probably wouldn't think that they would do it from. So at least it stays interesting that way.
The whole episode about shrinking and going into someone's body, they did it with the whole fucking theme park.
Right.
Like Jurassic Park. And that was interesting. That was, taking a left turn on a fucking obvious trope. I hate using the word trope. It's cliche.
Right.
Fuck, I don't need to advertise TV tropes. Fuck that website. It's cliches, guys. Let's use the real word.
Yeah. Well, while we're talking... Yeah.
Anyways, before I get cut off...
Oh.
I used to really like Justin Roiland's. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I used to like his stupid old Flash animations before he got big. My brother and I used to watch House of Cosby's a lot, and I felt really bad when he got a cease and desist because he just kind of stopped after that. But no, it's great to see him making it. Everything's his humor, because I think that's another thing I like about it. You can tell a lot of it's ad-lib too.
Oh yeah.
And not just in the cable episode, but they'll be like, "Oh, I'm so and so," and it's right off the top of their head, like a character's name or something. I fucking love that. It's a fun show.
Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Yeah. Well, just the dumb things like that whole episode with the parasites. They have characters like Hammer Eye and stuff, and I just love the stupid fucking play on words.
Yeah. So since we're talking about Rick and Morty, I don't think we've talked about Adult Swim's April Fool's joke this year, where they aired the first episode of the third season like on a loop.
Yeah. Just everyone online was so fucking upset about it, just because they didn't play Samurai Jack, and I find it hilarious. People are still bitching about that. It's like I guess you fell for the joke then. Like you're their bitch.
I thought it was hilarious.
I like the episode, but I feel like just right off the bat, we were just talking about internet shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, before off the podcast, we were talking about how like Pokemon will show something new. And there'll be a plush toy within the hour.
Right.
Fans are crazy, and like the whole sauce thing is really annoying now.
Oh god. Okay, so that's what I want to. I kind of want to talk about this. So overall, I like the new episode. That's fine. It kind of like picks up where the last season left off. I like that the Szechuan sauce joke was a one-off. I thought it was gonna be a one-off thing they did like early on in the episode. It's like, okay, that's fine. But then at the end of the episode, they spend like where Rick goes into that fucking insanity tirade for like 2 minutes about the Szechuan sauce. And I think that's why like it's so all over the place now, is because they put so much emphasis on it.
Well,
and like
I still feel that that's a fucking joke. Like they're never gonna bring it up again, is what I feel. It's just a stupid joke.
But then people are gonna be like, for the rest of time, bugging McDonald's to bring back the Szechuan sauce.
Because the way I put it is like the newer Simpsons. There was a joke with Patty and Selma where they like shake their hair. One has red hair, one has blonde. And then people will go on the Wikipedia and be like, they're canonly a redhead and a blonde. And it's like, no, it's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just something stupid like that, where people take it way too seriously.
Yeah. And I think I'll even be more annoyed if that does become a running gag for them.
Yeah, I think I would be pretty annoyed too.
Like, yeah, it's funny. It's like, to bring up this really obscure thing that most people wouldn't even remember. Like, I didn't know McDonald's did that back in the 90s.
Yeah, and I was alive at the time too.
Right.
I know that they did the McDonald's toys. I remember that.
But I didn't remember they made like a special sauce for the McNuggets, which, by the way, McDonald's is garbage tier McNuggets. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. Wendy's has the superior nuggets.
McDonald's is just garbage tier anyways, though.
I like their hamburgers and their fries.
Speaking of McDonald's.
What?
I want to tell that story.
What story?
So, I got off of work one night in March. I'm like, fuck, I really want a Shamrock Shake. I've never had one before.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go get one. And I know the whole joke is everybody says the ice cream machine's broken. But I got that shit line fed to me. And that pissed me off. I never even eat there. I hate McDonald's.
They told you the thing was broken?
Yeah, they were like, oh, machine's broken, and we're not doing Shamrock Shakes anymore. It's like, it just started. What the fuck? So, there's your $15 an hour. Get replaced with a fucking screen.
Yeah. I will say that I go to McDonald's probably more than I probably should, only because it's right down the street from my work.
You can order anything off the dollar menu.
I usually do, actually, because I can get like a decent meal for $5. But yeah, when the Shamrock Shake comes around, I usually get one right when it comes out, and then I'm like, I'm good. I don't need to eat this again, because like McDonald's like ice cream. I know it's not like actual ice cream, and it like gives me indigestion.
Ugh.
I don't know.
I've never had one before. My experience with Shamrock Shakes are that video of the guy screaming.
Oh, that reminds me. This is like this is gonna be one of Jay's pathetic low point stories. I just remember when I was in college. I don't remember what the context of the day was, but I was just having a particularly shitty day, and just like literally every conceivable thing that could have went wrong that day did, And I'm like, you know what? It's March. I've had a shitty day. I'm going to go over to McDonald's and get me a Shamrock Shake. And I did. And as I'm walking back to the dorms, I trip over something and dump it all over my foot.
Jesus.
And that was the final straw that day. And I went home and I went to sleep at like 9:30.
I would cry in a pillow.
I was pretty fucking depressed that day because it's like, I can't just have this one thing. Just like, I'm not asking for much. I just want a goddamn minty milkshake.
Yeah.
Uh,
I would have cursed God's heart and went to bed.
Oh. Yeah. Good times.
What
So,
else
yeah.
have you been watching?
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Mel and I actually caught up with the Tangled TV show that they're making. Oh, yeah. Disney's making a TV show based on the movie Tangled. And honestly, it's not too bad, actually.
I haven't watched it, but it looks pretty fun.
So far it's been like, well, because they made like an hour-long movie to like intro the show. And I gotta say, like, I like the animation in it, and the style's really nice, because, like, it's very obvious that they're still kind of puppety in the animation style, but I think because the style is the way it is, it's not as noticeable. There's a lot of fluid to the characters, like, more so than I think a TV show would usually have, but it's Disney, so they got more money than they know what to do with. But yeah, it's been cute so far. It's a harmless show. I think of all the Disney princesses, Rapunzel's probably the most harmless in sense of my taste. Because I don't like Disney princess stuff. I really don't.
My only concern about it is if it's too girl power, because that would just annoy the shit out of me.
I don't think it's really about that. Like, so far, it's mostly just been like, hey, these are characters, they go do dumb stuff. They make friends and they have adventures. There's no... What?
Are the barbarians in it?
Yeah. We were just watching an episode where Flynn actually goes back to the bar and they're just all hanging out there.
Is that dude there? What is that guy's name? Brad Garrett?
I don't know if Brad Garrett's character was there. Jeffrey Tambor's character was in there, though.
I like Jeffrey Tambor.
Yeah, he was good in Arrested Development. He was in other things, but I don't remember what.
He was good as Baby Cake's father
Who's that?
in China, Illinois.
You love China, Illinois.
I do love that show.
I've never watched it.
I finished that show.
When?
It's fun. A couple weeks back.
Yeah. So explain to me what China, Illinois is.
Oh, well, the guy Brad Neely used to do animations for a website called Super Deluxe. I think it's owned by Adult Swim, is it?
I have no idea.
Oh, something. Well, anyways, he used to do these, like, really dumb animations, and they're almost like animated comics, where it's just, like, a picture and then maybe, like, a slight animation of that picture. And I used to love them. They were just dumb. He would do baby cakes, and it would be him writing in a diary about his experience in life and stuff. And then Baby Cakes is just like a man-child. And he lives with his dad. He's like 30 years old.
Jesus.
That kind of stuff. And then he's going to college, and then like the series opposite of that was like the Professor Brothers, and it's like two brothers that are professors, and then their little adventures and stupid shit. And then he did a third series, was China, Illinois, and it was pretty much the two combined, and I liked that too. And then they made an Adult Swim show, and I really liked it.
Nice. Yeah, you've been trying to get me to watch that for a long time, and I just haven't gotten around to sit down and watch it.
This is just funny. Baby Cakes is so, like, he's not really autistic, but he's not there mentally.
He's a little
He's
off.
He's just a big kid. And, I don't know, it's just fucking hilarious, the stupid shit that he does. He's into D&D. Yeah, he's just weird. There was a whole episode where he was, watching TV and he saw, like, a super sexy ad, and he didn't know what feelings he was getting, and then turns out he doesn't know how to masturbate, and his hands were, like, going out of control. His hands were shaking out of control. He's like, what do I do with these? And then he, like, went on a Hulk rampage, shaking everything in town, like trees and, like... It's just great. All these episodes are fucking hilarious. You need to watch them.
I'll have to sit down and watch that after I get to the million other shows that I watch.
They have 3 seasons, and Hulk Hogan is the dean of the school.
Like actually Hulk Hogan.
No, it's like this old man, but it's Hulk's voice actor. Well, not Hulk. It's Hulk Hogan. Terry, whatever the fuck his last name is.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
it's
funny.
really him.
That's funny.
And he's like the manliest dean.
I bet he is.
I don't know. I recommend that show as much as anything else I've recommended.
That's awesome.
It's not as bad as Mr. Pickles or any other
Okay, yeah, I've
fucking show.
never watched Mr. Pickles, but everyone says it's like the worst show ever made.
I was watching it in a Adult Swim stream, just because whatever. It started with Rick and Morty, watched it, and then it went to like other episodes of different stuff. But it's basically just shock humor. It's like it's just like Family Guy shock humor, where it's like, oh, I ripped your legs off, now you're bleeding everywhere, and then I don't know, like Super Jail did that, but it did it in almost a sophisticated way. Because it's like a chain of events where something
Right.
brutal would happen, and then just
It
the
just
animation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the animation was nice and it just kept going.
Yeah, but this Mr. Pickles is very, it's like in Go Animate.
Ugh.
It's very, very puppety. It's very shock humory, where it's like, oh, this dog raped your wife. Isn't that funny? It's hilarious, guys. Just very juvenile humor, and I don't like that.
Speaking of juvenile humor, I came home the other day and Mel was watching Border Town.
Oh, Jesus. I watched a few episodes of that.
She was like watching it, like she had just started the first episode, and I walked in and was like, why the hell are you watching Border Town? She was like, it looks like Family Guy. I was like, yeah, because like the people who worked on Family Guy made this show.
Well, it was the
And-
people that worked on 3 South. And I was like, I gave it a chance. It's just not funny. I found 3 South funny.
Yeah. But yeah, so she watched like half of the episode and was like, yeah, I don't need to watch any more of this.
Yeah, it got canceled after like a season.
Like she was watching it, it was like, how does, we were like questioning, like, how is this a show? And I was like, I'm pretty sure this got canceled already. And it's like, yeah. It was
Well-
canceled pretty quick.
It was like back in 2006 when people were worried about illegal immigrants and all
Right.
this kind of stuff. It just felt like that show was locked in a vault, and then they like showed it in 2015.
Right. Like, that show would have been more at home when American Dad first came out.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, because both of those, like, at least American Dad is, like, evolved over time, so it's not relying on it, like, George
Political
Bush
humor.
era political humor.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, that probably would have been better back then. But, yeah.
Awful. And then apparently there's another show on Netflix called Border Town.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe she got confused.
Maybe. I don't know. So the only other things I've been watching, I'll kind of lump them together because I think I've talked about them on other shows before. But we've been, oh, excuse me. We've been keeping up with the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime and the Little Witch Academia show.
I have not watched either of those.
I will. I like I said, I won't talk too much about it because I think I've said this before on other shows. But I actually really like the Sun and Moon anime because I think it's such a breath of fresh air for Pokemon. Like, I tried watching X and Y, and we got pretty far into it. Like, I think we got about 40 or so episodes into it. But it just seemed like I didn't like any of the characters. It seemed very like formulaic. It's like, you know, Ash is fighting gym leaders. He's, you know, Team Rocket shows up with this crazy thing every week, rinse and repeat. But I like Sun and Moon because it's like Ash is going to school. He has like a big group of friends now. Most of the episodes aren't him like doing anything like to further a goal. He's mostly just having like dumb adventures. And Team Rocket isn't even in most of the episodes. They like show up sometimes, like when the plot needs them to be.
I love Team Rocket though, and seeing how they look in Sun and Moon, I like how they look. They look harsher. They look older.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's another thing. Like Sun and Moon really has been pushing like facial expressions. Like I love when people post like GIF sets of just like all the crazy fucking facial or like weird animation styles they'll just like change into for a quick second. It's crazy.
Is Beware a part of their team now, or is it just like unofficial?
They haven't caught Beware. Jesse has Mimikyu.
Yeah.
James has a Marini. That is continuing the tradition of his Pokemon wanting to eat his face. Because, okay, I actually kind of like it this time because,
turns his face purple and he looks exactly like a Marini.
Yeah, he looks like a dude Marini, so she's, like, in love with him, which I think is adorable and hilarious. But, yeah, Beware isn't part of their team. Like, no one's caught him, but he hangs out with them. Because instead of, like, blasting off into space like they do, basically when Team Rocket's about to lose, Beware just jumps in and grabs them and runs away.
I love that though.
It's so stupid. And it has the most odd noise in Japan. It's like this high pitched squeak. Yeah, it's like a high pitched squeak. I mean, it's not as bad as Mimikyu, who basically is like nails on sheet metal. That's his sound.
No, it sounds like The Grudge, doesn't it?
Something like it's very unsettling. And yeah, and okay, so if you are keeping up with the anime and you don't want a spoiler, I will say we just watched the most recent episode and it gets pretty fucking sad. Okay, so if you don't want spoilers for Sun and Moon, check out for a few minutes. So there's been this like ongoing thing where this Litten hangs out with this really old Stoutland. And they're bros or whatever, but like they go back to it every now and then, and it's showing that like the Stoutland has been getting like progressively more sick because it's fucking old, and it just like straight up dies.
Oh
and
shit!
It's like they have like this whole thing where it's like symbolizing where Stoutland is like dying, and they take it to the Pokemon Center, and like they're like. Ash is asking Nurse Joy, is like, well, is he sick? And Nurse Joy's like, no, he's not sick, but... And then it cuts back into the emergency room with Stoutland and Litten just sitting there. You see Ash and Nurse Joy talking. It's like, oh god, he's gonna die. And then he dies.
Like
they killed the dog.
Sick. He's already dead.
No,
okay.
he doesn't die. And, that's the one thing I will say, that they didn't show him dying. Basically... They have a scene where Stoutland, Litten, like, because Litten sleeps on top of Stoutland, and they go to sleep, and then Litten has a nightmare where he's, like, running towards Stoutland, and Stoutland just kind of fades away, and then Litten wakes up, and Stoutland's just gone, and you don't see him for the rest of the episode. So it's like the old dog went off to die by himself, and it's really fucking sad. Yeah.
They can pull the heartstrings pretty hard with some episodes.
Yeah.
I'll give them that.
Yeah. I was not expecting them to actually, like, show actual Pokemon death. But
is that the first time they've done that, though? Or has other Pokemon, like, actually died? I haven't watch too much of the anime.
I haven't been keeping up if they've ever like said Pokemon like officially die or something. It's the first time to my knowledge.
It's always implied with the ghost ones, like,
right,
just through the Dex entries, but I don't know if they've actually.
Yeah, they've never, at least as far as I know, they've never showed like showing the process of a Pokemon dying, like for real. So that
but
was
the origins having Squirtle bite Charmander's neck is pretty fucking crazy.
The fucking scream!
Yeah.
Oh my god. So yeah. So Sun and Moon's a good time. I like the school setting. It's a nice change of pace. So yeah, I don't know when they're dubbing it or when that's coming out. I think the first 2 episodes are out in English, but I don't know when the rest of it's coming. Sometime, I'm sure.
I just looked it up. It does say Statland did die of old age.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking up, it's like Team Rocket has died multiple fucking times, but then they've been revived from certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it shows everything. Oh, well, this person died, but then it was later revived from this. And it's like, well, then...
I mean, Ash has died at least twice.
Yeah.
He turned into a ghost and everything.
Oh, it says Lucario died, I think, in a movie.
Oh, yeah.
Restoring his victims back to life.
Gross.
Doesn't say anything like he was revived, so...
Yeah.
Brock died. He was eaten by a blob inside the Tree of Life and was revived by Mew.
I don't remember much about that movie.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Kind of random. But yeah, we've also been watching the Little Witch Academia show, and yeah, it's cool. I like that they're showing more of that world that they did from those 2 half-hour specials they did before. I will say that if you want to watch this, you don't have to watch the shorts because they're basically starting over.
What's that anime with the superheroes? The Frog Girl and shit.
Oh, that's My Hero Academia.
Okay.
Which just came back for season 2, and I need to watch it.
Is it the same people?
No.
Yeah. I'm like, I know they sound alike. I kind of want to get into that myself.
Hero Academia is actually really good. I like it because I like when Japan tries to take on superheroes.
Shit.
Yeah, like it's always interesting what like One Punch Man and stuff. Like it's always interesting to see what Japan's version of Americanized superheroes is. But the Witch show's been really nice. It's animated by Trigger, who did like Kill la Kill and all that stuff, so the animation's amazing, like all the time.
I liked Kill la Kill.
Yeah. I don't know if you would like Witch Academia, just because it's very cutesy, it's
a waifu show.
Not for me personally, because, they're 14, I think. But, I don't know if you'd like it just because it is more... I'll say it. It's more girly. But I don't know. I like it because it's adorable and the animation's really nice. It's Harry Potter if it was more whimsical and made for girls.
I saw a GIF set, or maybe a web M.
Yeah.
It was one of the witches. I guess she's like the main character. Something. The one that doesn't look sleepy. The one that doesn't have glasses. Where it was like her trying to fucking get her broom back. She had like a chain or something.
Oh yeah.
She shot herself out of a cannon to get her broom back.
Yeah.
Animation looks good.
Oh yeah, it's super goofy. It's super slapstick like all the time. So you might like it for that, but
doesn't that kind of make you sad that shit like this is like wonderfully animated, probably for a smaller budget too, and then like you just have Flash cartoons in America?
Well, I think other countries like France and Japan, I think, put a lot more care into their animation and like they see it as an actual art form, whereas I think most of America, at least corporate America, sees it as like a thing to sell merchandise.
Basically.
So it's like they use cartoons as an excuse to sell other things. So it's like they want to put the bare minimum of effort into producing these shows so they can sell things based on those things.
And I like how like shows like Gravity Falls, they had the show, it was great and everything, it ended, and now it's having merchandise come out after the show, and it's so fucking confusing to me.
Well, I mean, Over the Garden Wall had that one miniseries. You have to keep making stuff of that, and Invader Zim ended, 15 years ago?
Yeah.
And they're making the TV show, but they never stopped making merchandise for that.
That's true.
But
They're making a comic on it. They're fucking doing the book. And...
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not
Gravity
gonna.
Falls, the show fucking ended, and then they're like, "Oh look, guys, toys." It's like, what the fuck? And then they're like, "Oh, pop vinyls." Weird. And then they actually put the journal out.
Yeah.
I don't think any of that came out when the show was still on the air.
I don't think so. No, they're just like, whatever. We'll keep making merchandise as long as they keep buying it. Because never underestimate Hot Topics client base to buy esoteric stuff. But yeah.
I can't wait to have my own Funko Pop.
The Kyle Funko Pop.
Donut Assault Funko Pop. He doesn't have eyes, so you don't have to fucking...
No, they would still put it on there.
Just
See,
over
okay,
his
that's
hair.
that's the thing. There are some Funko Pops that like really work well in that style, and there's others that just really don't.
I like the Resident Evil ones where they're like, "Here's a fucking monster," and it's like, "Oh shit, that looks cool." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I kind of don't like Kid Robot stuff. They're like, "Here's this on the same body as this," and then Funko's like, "Here's a whole new sculpt." I love that.
I will say, I remember one place complaining that I think they made a Funko Pop of Ultraman, where he has like his normal eye shape, but then they put the black dot in the eye shape, which he doesn't have that. So
Carol, that is sick.
What?
I'll look it up. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, that looks fucking retarded. There's people custom-making it where they're getting rid of the black.
Just
God,
sand
that
it
looks
down.
so awful.
I know, right? But
Astro Boy looks good at least.
Yeah.
Looks
There's a lot of Funko Pops that I think look nice, but
I ain't no fan.
Right.
Anyways,
So have you watching anything else, Kyle, or?
we watched like the 9-hour long marathon of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory today.
What?
You didn't see that? It was on I think Sundance Channel. They're playing Charlie and the Chocolate Factory for 9 hours.
Why?
I guess the only connection I can take is that it was Easter and it was a movie based on candy. That's all I can take from that.
All right, I'll give it to
all
you.
All day, every day.
I'll give it to you.
We were watching it at the part of the boat where he's just screaming and a chicken gets its head cut off.
That movie's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting enough, it was made by the Quaker people for Quaker Oats to sell candy bars.
Doesn't Nestle own Wonka now?
I think so.
Probably. I don't
Nestle's
see
the reason why we're in a drought.
I thought you guys said you were out of the drought.
Oh, well, we were in that drought because of Nestle. Fucking mining for water. For their bottled water on reservation land.
Jesus. Get your shit together, Nestle.
Yeah, fuck you, Nestle. I'll still eat your chocolate, but begrudgingly.
Well, that's all I've been watching as of late.
I think I'm tapped out as well.
Alright, so there you go, guys. That's what Kyle and I have been keeping up with lately. Let us know what you've been watching. If there's anything we should be checking out, give us recommendations for shows and such.
I can always use something new to watch, as long as it's
I don't.
an anime.
I don't need anything to watch personally because, like I said, I'm just started a 700 plus episode series, and I'm weeks behind on all the DC shows that I have a bad habit of watching. So yeah, like I said, hope you guys, if you haven't watched any of the stuff that we're watching, maybe check those out, and if you have anything we should be watching, let us know, and maybe we'll do that. Yeah, so cool. But I think that does it for this week, so until next week, have fun, be safe, and we'll catch you later.
See ya, bye.
Thank you for listening to the Ink and Paint Club podcast. If you like this episode, remember to share it, leave a comment, write a review, tell your mom, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow the show on Facebook where we post animation news and discussion topics daily. Thanks again, and we will see you in the next episode.